You can't be seen.
Please introduce yourself.
Keith. Mike.
Brother Marshall.
Another Keith.
I want you all to close your eyes. Imagine it's a brisk October evening. The leaves have changed colors. It's wet and damp outside. It smells like fall. It's Monday night. You're in your kitchen cleaning up after dinner. Your children are sitting there at the table doing their homework. As you're putting the dishes in the dishwasher, you just think about 8:30 p.m. Thinking about sitting down in your recliner, tearing open a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos, popping open a Bud Light. You pick up your remote, turn on your TV. What is it that you think in your head that you're about to watch? Is it The Real Housewives of South Beach? Nah. Is it 2.5 Men minus Charlie Sheen? Probably not. That's why we have DVRs. You, my friends, are about to watch Monday Night Football. Today, I want to talk to you about the history of Monday Night Football. I want to start off by talking about where the idea came from. Then I want to move over and talk about how it all became an entertainment spectacle. And then finally, I want to wrap it up and talk about 2 great moments in the last 20 years of watching Monday Night Football personally. During the 1960s, NFL Commissioner Pete Rozelle tried to make a big splash in the primetime TV realm. According to an article I read on ExperienceFestival.com, Pete Rozelle experimented with a non-televised nighttime game between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. And this was in front of a sold-out crowd at Tiger Stadium in Detroit. 2 years later, he began a 4-year experiment from 1966 to 1969, and he entered into a contract with CBS Sports to televise 6 Monday Night Football games. It was a success. And because of this success, ABC, NBC, and CBS, the main networks at the time, all entered into a bidding war. And ABC won out because of their sports president, Roone Ulrich. The first Monday Night Football game broadcasted on ABC was 21 September 1970. It was between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. Cleveland winning 31-21. Now that I talked to you a little bit about where the idea came from and how it got rolling, let's move over and talk about the big entertainment spectacle it all became. ABC, like I mentioned earlier, won the rights to Monday Night Football, and their visionary sports president, Roone Ulrich, was out to put his stamp on things. According to an article I read on Roone Ulrich at MuseumTV.com, the first thing he did when he took over Monday Night Football was he ordered double the amount of cameras to broadcast the game. Another thing he did was he took a 2-man traditional announcer booth and he made it a 3-man booth. And he hired these 3 gentlemen here to be his first team of announcers. We have Howard Cosell, Don Meredith, and Pete Jackson. Over the years, he hired some entertaining characters to be announcers. The aforementioned Don Meredith, who was an ex-Dallas Cowboy quarterback. He was pretty laid back, and as the game finished up at each Monday night, he would sing Willie Nelson, "Turn Out the Lights, the Party's Over." Another announcer he had hired that was entertaining was Dennis Miller, who was from Saturday Night Live. Another one that you may recognize is John Madden, Hall of Fame football coach from the Oakland Raiders, better known for his video game, EA Sports Madden Football. And the current team of announcers, we have ABC and ESPN, Mike Tirico, Ron Jaworski, and John Gruden. According to the book Monday Night Mayhem, on December 8, 1980, Howard Cosell was the first news reporter of any kind to announce John Lennon's death. And he did so on the broadcast of Monday Night Football during a Patriots and Dolphins game. And I'm going to play this clip from YouTube.com.
You're on the line, and I don't care what's going on at heart, we have got to say that we know it's good. Yes, we have to say it. Remember, this is just a football game, no matter who wins or loses. An unspeakable tragedy confirmed to us by ABC News in New York City. John Lennon, outside of his apartment building on the west side of New York City, the most famous perhaps of all of the people, shot twice in the back, rushed to Roosevelt Hospital, dead on arrival.
Creating such an entertaining program was such a feat from the team of announcers that had to be put together to adding more cameras on the field to broadcast the game. Now I'd like to finish up and talk to you about some of the great moments over the years that I've witnessed on Monday Night Football. According to an ESPN.com article, and me personally, that I witnessed this game in a sports bar, November 1994, Kansas City Chiefs faced off against the Denver Broncos. You had Montana, the Kansas City Chiefs quarterback, against his old foe, John Elway for the Broncos. It was a tight game all the way. It was 7-7 after the first quarter. It was 14-14 at halftime. Entering the fourth quarter, it was a 21-21 tie. With 4 minutes left, the Kansas City Chiefs went up 3. They kicked the field goal 24-21. John Elway got the ball back after a few exchanges of the ball, and he took the Broncos down the field and ran it in himself for a touchdown to put the Broncos up 28-24, leaving Joe Montana a minute 25 left. Now, Joe Montana was known as Joe Cool, or Cool Joe, because of his Super Bowl wins with the 49ers. So what did he do with a minute 25 left? He drove the Kansas City Chiefs down the field, 75 yards, and he threw a 5-yard touchdown pass to Willie Davis to win the game with 8 seconds left, 31-28. Now another game I want to talk about, I witnessed on TV myself, but I read a Washington Post article from December 2003 titled "Favre Wins One for Dad." It was a Monday night when the Packers faced off against the Oakland Raiders. Brett Favre took the field and led the Packers to a 41-7 rout for the Oakland Raiders. Favre threw for 399 yards and 4 touchdown passes. However, the great feat that I look at, and it's actually a heart-wrenching feat, this was the day after his dad passed away. He just went out there and played for his dad, and he put up these great numbers that night. Now that I talked to you about a few of the great moments that I've witnessed over the past 20 years or so of Monday Night Football, like Montana's great comeback on that November evening, let's go ahead and review. So today, I talked to you all about the history of Monday Night Football. How back in 1964, Pete Rozelle came up with this idea to create Monday Night Football. Then we moved on and talked about the great entertainment spectacle that Roone Ulrich, the president of ABC, had in mind, and he wanted to put his stamp on it. And then finally, we wrapped it up by talking about 2 of the great moments that I've witnessed over the years of Monday Night Football. Montana's great comeback and Brett Favre's heart-wrenching game to win a game for his dad. So now, can you guys understand why I can't wait to get home, sit down in my recliner, rip open a bag of Doritos, and suck down a few Briskies? Thank you.